Hi, and welcome to the final episode of Chamber Chat via Zoom in 2020. Excited to be onward to 2021 for sure. I'm Danielle McFadden, president of the Greater Lowell Chamber of Commerce. I'm so excited to have Dr. Aujla here. She's a board certified physician with New England Fountain of Youth, been in business for just over a year, I
Over
believe.
2 years.
2 years. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, time
Wow.
flies.
Time flies. I can't even believe that. I'm like shocked right now. So that I learned something new today, but for just over 2 years. And I'm so excited to talk about everything that you have to offer. But first, I want to start with what exactly is a health spa?
So, Health Spa, thank you very much, Daniel, for having me today. And I really appreciate it. And I can't believe we were talking about this a year ago. And this definitely have been a different year, a lot of learning, but we are
Yes.
fortunate we are able to do that. So, Health Spa is a place where you can get facial rejuvenation, your beauty back, or make things better the way you look. Because, as I said last year, if you look better, you feel better. So, I get the best of both worlds. When I'm my primary care, I make people feel better. And here at the health spa, I make them look better. So it's a win-win both ways.
That's great. And it's so true that when you feel good about yourself, it kind of the trickle down effect through your whole life. Like it
Yeah.
just and nowadays we all need to just feel good about ourselves and do something for ourselves because it's been a trying year and you hear so much
Mhm.
about self-care these days and going to New England Fountain of Youth is the ultimate self-care, I believe.
Yeah, no, thank you. And I try my best, especially this year, to make people's, um, whatever way I can make them feel better because people are on Zoom calls as we are right now all the time. They look at their face. You can't do any other activities, and all you see is yourself. And we all are self-critical, and you see all these things that can be fixed. And I'm there to fix it and feel happy about it.
What motivated you to open the New England Fountain of Youth?
Well, it was always, something missing in my. I love medicine, and uh, and making people feel better with their health was great. But then I wanted to, as I was getting older myself, and everybody mentions in the same age group, oh my gosh, and especially it's funny when I see like people hitting 29, 39, 49, 59. It's like a sky's falling. And I never understood when I actually went through that. And it was like, I have the education, I have these skills, so I should also bring the other aspect of medicine. And this is like very rewarding, and it is like time well spent. So I wanted to do this for myself and all the people around me who feel the same way when they are like hitting the,
The next decade?
next decade. Yeah.
I'm getting there. I turned 38 in a couple of weeks. I was just saying like I can't believe I'm like closer to 40 now. So I totally get that. I'm living that right now.
It's always better, right? Every decade has been better, but something about those nines you don't feel good about. But then, believe me, every time you go to the next decade, it is always better than. I never want to be in 20s, so stressful. But I would take the skin off 20-year-old.
Yeah, there we go. And you're always so critical of yourself and then you look back like at photos. Like I remember thinking like, oh my God, I look awful. Then I'm like, oh my gosh, like what I would give, right?
Yeah.
So let's talk about some of the services that you offer because we've talked about some of these things and you have some new stuff. So let's talk about what you've been doing for the past couple of years and then some new things that you've introduced to your business. Starting with Botox. I love talking Botox.
Yeah, it is always a hot ticket item, and it's very much in demand. Botox and fillers, this is getting more and more popular every year. Of course, find wrinkles on the forehead, around your eyes, angry lines, especially we see on the Zoom all the time. That can be taken care of by Botox. And my goal is always to bring the best product to this place, and I really am very OCD about getting the best product available. So I use Botox and fillers by like Juvederm, both by Allergan, which is top of the line. And the fillers, as I said, Juvederm, it is good for getting the volume back to your face, for example, for cheeks, for lips. And now this year, Allergan approved their Juvederm for the chin and jawline. So that is very exciting. And I love doing those things.
So you mentioned Botox and fillers. Is there a difference between the two?
Yes, so Botox is just for wrinkles. It is the treatment by botulinum toxin in the medical world, but muscle relaxer, as we say in the aesthetic world. So it's like very tiny injections on the areas of concern, especially in the upper face, like forehead, your angry lines around your eyes, we call it crow's feet.
Yeah.
And the results you get within 2 weeks, and they last for 3 to 4 months. And it's really very, it makes a great difference.
Excellent. So how about chemical peels? Because that's something that I've heard a lot about recently as well.
Yes. So chemical peel is very exciting. It's always like in demand, but this year especially, because the downside of chemical peels was like there was 3-4 days of downtime, and people didn't, want to go to work with their face peeling. So now they can wear the mask. So it's not a big deal anymore. So what chemical peels do for you? That's, I think, was your question.
Yeah.
So there is a lot of like skin damage, aging, like pigmentation on your face, needs exfoliation. So chemical peels help with all those things. They basically take off the dead layers of your skin and let the rejuvenation of the new skin, collagen rejuvenation, which gives you nice glow and flawless skin.
Excellent. And is wintertime a good time to do that? Does it matter the time of year? Is there a better time?
Yes, so we cannot do chemical peels during the summertime because you have to go to the beach, to the sun, and you want to avoid that for a couple of days, which is not usually ideal because people want to have fun during their weekends. So this is the perfect time. We start doing chemical peels in September, and we'll continue sometime. We'll stop in April. So this is perfect timing. And I offer a few different kind of peels. So I like the peels by Skin Medica. I have like mild, moderate, and like really intense peel. And then the peel that I really like the most is by Zeo. There's a very, very mild peel I have called Lunch Peel. It's just for a little extra glow and no downtime, which everybody likes. And then I have a step 3 peel. It is very popular everywhere. There is downtime, but the results totally worth having that downtime.
We all have downtime these days. Who are we kidding?
Yes. So this
More
is
than
the
we'd
best
like.
year for chemical peels.
The year of the chemical peel. And you mentioned Zeo. They have a whole line that you absolutely love.
Yes, this is my favorite product. I was in search of something for actually quite some time to see what is like a one-stop shopping for your skin, that you don't have to get a cleanser of one type and a lotion of different type, and then you don't know what you do with those things. So Zeo, I am impressed every day with the results. So this was founded by Dr. Obagi. Originally, he had Obagi line, but it is not the same. He's not part of that original Obagi in 90s and early 2000s. So this is Zen Obagi's full name. These products are, once you start using them, I promise you will never go back to something else, because you get the results and your money is well spent. So come and check out, because I can always walk you through what is best for your skin. Of course, it's a medical grade skincare, so you need consultation and have to examine the skin to find out what is the right product. Because if you don't use the right thing at the right time, it may not give you the results. And so that is not because the product is not working. It's because you didn't make the right choice.
And I remember seeing you shortly after you started using it, and I'm like, oh my gosh, your skin is glowing.
Yes, it is. It doesn't take long. You don't have to wait months and months. Within 2 weeks, you start appreciating what it is doing to your skin. And 6 weeks, like people will give you compliments like, oh, what have you done to the skin? Oh, you must be very happy. Did you get a good sleep? No, I'm using Zeo.
In my case, I'd be like, no, I never get a good sleep.
Good sleep, exactly. Especially these days when you don't know what is the next day going to be like.
Exactly. Always an adventure.
Yeah.
And for somebody that's watching this and it's as we're so you may be viewing this after Christmas, but we're going to upload it to Facebook before Christmas. So if you're watching this today and it's before Christmas and you haven't gotten the perfect gift for a loved one, they can get a gift certificate and then you could provide a consultation for services, whether it be getting the Zeo skincare or actually utilizing a service.
Absolutely. The consultation is always complimentary. A lot of people ask me, what do you charge for your consultation? This place, no charge for consultation. I love chatting with people, love helping them. And if there's a fee or this thing formal stuff, then it's not fun anymore. I do that enough on my primary care practice. So this is like fun place, come and check out. And I want to make a difference in your life.
Yeah, and somebody might not know exactly what they want to get done. They may have like an area that they're not happy with, and then you can actually, you're the expert and can provide what the best kind of course
I
of
try to
treatment would be.
I get like, I'm always, learning more and more, and every time I, get more training, and I feel fascinated. Oh, this was new. And that keeps me going.
And you shared an interesting story with me probably about a year ago now, but when you were little, you loved art and like wanted to be an artist, and kind of this is your way of living that dream that you had when you were a child.
Yes, and funny you said that. When I do the dermal fillers, Juvederm lips, and I feel like painting a picture. So I love the results, and it is very. I never thought I could relate painting to this, but this is absolutely amazing, and I enjoy that.
And I think sometimes people think, oh, Botox or anything that like people are going to look fake or plastic, but that's not, you make people look so natural that you wouldn't even know that they had something done.
No, I don't do that kind of Botox. If my client go on the road and somebody asks them, "Ooh, who did your Botox? You look terrible," I would feel very bad, like, and unsatisfied in my life, like I did that job. Because yes, people do have that kind of impression that Botox means plastic face. Well, that happens when you get I would say, knife made up of gold and you kill yourself. So when you go to extreme case, you want more and more and more. That's when you get those kind of face. I always encourage people, like, sometimes less is more. You want to get a natural look where people notice and not able to tell what you did to your face. Notice in a pleasant way. So that is my goal. So definitely. Yep. Botox should not do plastic face unless you make somebody do the plastic face.
Yeah, if someone says, "What have you been doing? Did you get a good night's sleep?" That's good because it's subtle, yes. but it's noticeable.
Yeah. So natural is good.
Natural is very good. So we've touched upon what I feel like were your kind of major services that you provide. I'm not saying, what am I, signature services is what I was looking for. But you've added some new things as well. Oh, and I want to talk about hair restoration. That's a big one.
Okay, let's talk about hair restoration. Okay. So very, very successful. The results are amazing. Of course, when I started, I was going by the results that are out in the literature, studies and research and stuff like that. But seeing your own results, it's really rewarding. So PRP, that is a common term. People understand. I do PRFM hair. That is just your own blood. We spin the blood, take the plasma out, And then I, transferred to another tube with calcium. The only difference between PRP and PRFM is like PRFM works a little bit longer, 1 day versus 7 days. So it gives you better results. So I do hair restoration with that. And I am really excited to say I have another option. So of course, PRP, we have to do needles, inject small. Some people are really scared of needles. So what we have to offer now is careweave. This is the treatment by hydrofacial. I started doing it, and some of my clients are already very, very happy with the results. So I'm excited to see more clients getting this treatment. I would like to talk about it because it was launched in January this year after a wonderful results from the research, and then COVID happened and everything, slowed down on this. But it is going to be the most popular treatment. I'm pretty sure about that 2021 will be careweave by hydrofacial. So what it does is hydrofacial is known to like take all the debris, all the dead skin, all the junk out of your skin and expose the inner layer so they can breathe better and rejuvenate. So careweave is a scalp treatment. So now you can imagine how much product people are putting on their hair or the scalp, you sprays, color, and all that. So it forms a layer or leave the debris on your scalp. And when the new hair follicles want to come out of your scalp, they struggle. And that's how you see like thinning of hair, the quality of hair dropping, and then, you seeing this big gaps in the partition, and people don't like that. So what hydrofacial careweave treatment does it takes all the debris out and it let those hair follicle breathe and give them room to grow and come out. And the second part of this careweave treatment is there are growth factors, serums that are infused at the same time with their technology. And then you also take home a product that you're going to use for the next 4 weeks, which the combo of these three things really help the scalp to have a better health and grow more hair. Usually a set of 3 treatments. So basically it's a 3-month process. If somebody wants to just, clean up their scalp, they can get 1 treatment if they don't have the concerns of hair loss. But I'm really excited, and I think this is going to be very, very popular.
That's fascinating. I never thought of the fact that like all this, I mean, you think about all the stuff that you put, but you feel like, okay, well, I washed my hair and I'm getting rid of all that, but that's not the case.
Exactly. And I was also fascinated. And, in hydrofacial machine, there is a small tube at the back. The stuff that you see, coming out of your hair is amazing.
Oh, I know. You must look at that after and be like, whoa.
Yeah, it is. Your hair feel like great.
Oh, that sounds amazing. I'm like looking at my hair now, like, oof. Plus the roots, that doesn't help. But
it is treatment like, really, I think everyone should get once in a while, even if they don't have the concern about hair loss, because it just feels like clean. That's the word that I always hear from my clients. It feels clean.
Yeah, which we all need to treat ourselves these days.
Yeah.
So you added that, and then you also do microneedling.
Yes. So again, another I think 2020 may have been like a little depressing on the other aspect, but I use this opportunity to, get more and more services here, so that are like, people really will benefit from that. So microneedling. So I brought Skin Pen to the practice. So Skin Pen is the first FDA-approved microneedling device that was used for acne scars, and now soon it will be approved for hopefully for wrinkles and texture repair. So this is again very exciting treatment, and it is painless. I have a video and patient's testimonial on my Instagram and Facebook if people want to see how the whole process works.
Excellent. And I'm glad you mentioned that because we wanted to really tell people that you're doing so much on Instagram and Facebook. So we'll put the links for people to follow you, but it's definitely worth it.
Yes, and I'm more than happy to answer any questions through Instagram or Facebook, and in fact, we do that all the time. And or you can text me through my main line number because it has a texting feature also, which I didn't have last year.
Oh, that's really cool. I've never heard of anybody doing that.
Yeah,
Well,
so
cutting
you can text
edge.
me. I'm happy to answer.
Are there any other things that you want to that I didn't bring up that you want to talk about? Any other services?
Yes, in fact, I do have two more things to talk
Yay!
about. So, since we were talking about hydrofacial, another treatment with hydrofacial. This is getting my favorite. I can't choose which one is my favorite though. So, hydrofacial perk treatment. So, what that is, this is again no needles, no pain, and so there is a gain without pain in this situation.
Yay!
So it is for everybody. So it's treatment for lips and under eye area. It is not a permanent treatment, but it under eye, if you have puffiness, you feel dark circles, and or you just feel like my eyes look very tired, this is the perfect treatment. It is quick, it's not very expensive, and you get this real, I would say, rejuvenation, because the most concern I hear from people is under eye area.
Mhm.
So there are many options, but this is one of the options where no needles are involved. And the other thing, the perk treatment by hydrofacial, it is for lips. So basically, if you want little plumpy lips for, a few weeks, and so this is the way to go. It helps to rejuvenate, but it looks very good. So if you want to see how your lips will look if you get the fillers and stuff like that, so that is something you can also do.
So those
Uh,
treatments last a few weeks.
yeah, it's very
Yep.
temporary. It's very like of course you have to keep it's
Yeah.
just like coloring your hair. So
Yep.
once you color, you can't just expect it to last forever. So
I'm a testament to that. It does not last forever, but it's perfect. Like if you had a wedding or an event or something like that, where you would get that treatment done beforehand. Because we're not
yeah,
going to the Oscars, but we all have, the events you want to look really good for.
exactly. We have all the small girls and the young girls, during their birthday parties
Yeah,
or whatever they're doing. They can get this treatment. It's really
before the
really
prom.
nice little. Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's better because I went tanning before the prom, which is like the worst thing you can ever do, which I will never do again. So this will be like, bringing us into the new century of what to do before like a big event.
Absolutely. So this is great. And one other thing I would talk about is Aqua Gold. So Aqua Gold is a device that I have. It's a micro channel, like micro injecting device. So this is very unique. So there is no one area or one way of using it. Many different ways you can use this device. It's a small container and micro needles with channels in it. So, for example, what treatments we can do is you can put cocktails in it like Botox or PRP. So for
Mhm.
the whole face, it's a nice little treatment. Botox helps to close the pores, and PRP is helping to rejuvenate. So it's painless. So you don't have to worry about like downtime or getting bruising from the needles, because the other way of doing PRP is with the cannula or the needle. So you may have a little bit of bruising for a day or
Mhm.
two. The other thing we can do with Aqua Gold is put like Juvederm in it with Botox. Under eye area is really like, I think, very good results with that. And sometimes just vitamins in it. And you can put all over the face
Oh,
and firming
interesting.
serum. So this is like the sky's the limit with Aqua Gold. Come and check out. I have one of the videos on Instagram using PRP with Aqua Gold. So if you want to check out on that, get the idea of what that is. So yeah, that is the treatment. And another thing I wanted to talk about is I have the packages. They're available on my webpage. They're well described, like what is included in the packages.
Hmm.
So I want, like, a lot of people are hesitant to ask, like, okay, I want to do Botox, but is it going to take care of this, that? And so I wanted to make a combo treatments. So if you have, for example, wrinkles, and you don't want Botox, you want other things. So there are packages there for full treatment. Like some of them are 3-month, 4-month treatment, and you know what it will cost and what the treatment will involve. It is like combo treatments, like for example, Zeo or hydrofacial, like Zeo, Aqua Gold, or skin pen with the Zeo. So this is something I would encourage people to check. This time of the year, I don't know if you have noticed, using the mask on your face have created a lot of acne. People are coming, they're frustrated with that because your skin is not able to breathe. Plus, whatever we are breathing out, there are a lot of
Yeah.
bacteria that's sitting on the skin and making it worse. So, of course, I have Perfect Treatment by Zeo for those acne, and otherwise also for like teenagers
Hmm.
or people in 20s having really bad acne, and they think, oh, they have to be on antibiotics forever, or they have to be on Accutane and stuff they really don't want to put in their bodies. So I encourage, please call me or text me and come for a free consultation. I have I think, very good remedy for that. Um, I am very positive I can prevent all those antibiotics. Although in my practice, we have been doing this for years, and I feel like, I wish we had this before, or, in our practice, so that we could have helped people. But of course, the cosmetic treatments are not paid by the insurance. So
Yeah.
that's a little bit bummer. But yes, you don't have to live with the acne anymore. Just give me a call or a text, I can fix it for you.
That's amazing. I mean, I know I struggled with that as a teenager and even into my early 20s, and I tried everything except Accutane because I just didn't want to have
Yeah.
to go that route. And then now you hear about like how it affects your gut microbiome, being on antibiotics like that. So
Yeah.
to have this option is huge if you're able to just to afford it, and feeling good is number one, right? I remember days where I was so insecure to even leave because I was insecure about my
Hmm.
face. So
Yeah.
just to feel good
Yeah,
is
it is
worth
very
every penny.
concerning because you don't feel confident about yourself, and you feel like you need to do something. And a lot of people don't know that these options are
Hmm.
available. So even a 12-year-old, 13-year-old, my daughter turned 12 and she started having, and I tell you, within 2 weeks, her face was acne free. And,
Wow.
that was encouraging for her to use, take care of her skin as well
Yeah,
and use the product. So any age group, I have the treatment for that.
that's amazing. And I'm sure, I mean, she must have been so thrilled, but her parents too, because you never want to see your child have to struggle with something. And the fact that you can
Yes,
help out.
yes, and you know, and then I talked to them about, oh, we didn't have all these things growing up. Is it too bad for you, mom?
It's like, well, back in the day. The
Yeah.
other day, my daughter was like, "Did you know dad had to get up and change the channel on the TV?" He's like just a little bit older than me, where like I'm like, "Oh, I always had a remote." But I'm like, at first I like didn't know what she was talking about. I'm like, "Oh yeah."
Yeah,
But
some of the things that come out of their mouth is amazing.
but it's good to have so many options, and it's great that you offer the complimentary consultations because people are maybe interested and they just don't know where to start or where to go, and you can provide all that. And you are so like open-minded and non-judgmental and just kind and just such a nice person to be around. So I think anybody who has the opportunity to have a consultation with you will really enjoy just getting to know you.
You made my day with all those words. I really appreciate.
It's
I
the
really
truth.
appreciate that. Yeah, so yeah, I'm more than happy. I don't mind spending time. And another thing is, there's no obligation when you come for a consultation that you have to get the treatment. I wanted to make that clear for people because, you may decide, oh, yeah, I don't want to, do it right now. I want to think
Mhm.
about it. It's totally fine.
And I also want to mention that every month you have awesome specials. So we'll put, once we get the January specials, we'll include it in our email blast and we'll put it on social media. But always be on the lookout for those too, because that will certainly pique people's interest.
Yes, and I encourage people to go on my webpage. They can sign up for the newsletter. That's where I also send the specials. They're posted on Instagram, Facebook, and of course, at the chamber. Or you can just call me and ask for the special. What are the specials? I'll be happy to tell you.
Perfect. Is there anything else you want to cover, or we've gone through a
I think
lot?
we
You
have
have a lot
covered
going on.
pretty much everything, and I want to wish people Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. And as we start making our goals for the health for next year, I would encourage people to also think about their skin health. It is very important, and it is, of course, hydration is very important. Skin health is very important. You have to look better to feel better. Oh, I'm just kidding. But you will feel better if you look better. Whatever we can do this year, this pandemic will be over, but we don't have to stop doing what we have to do. We have to find ways around, just like communication. We're doing this via Zoom, and I'm very hopeful next year we'll be able to do it in person.
Well, I am hopeful to that too. So onward to 2021. It's so nice to see you.
I'm here.
I can't wait
Thank
to
you
see you
very
in
much.
person. Thank you, and we'll talk soon.
Sure, take care.
Bye.